Oh, anyway, so you can't, my head. Okay. Thank you for tuning in with Enchantress. That is me, the babbler. That is me on this evolutionary high of an uprise at this time. This is take 2, guys. But take 1, I'm trying to already upload. I'm sharing it. It's not that I'm not sharing it. It's just for whatever reason my camera shut off right when I was in the middle of yapping away. So this is part 2. So if you're watching this one first, please note that there's video 1, which you would definitely want to, because you're such a sweetheart. Check out first before seeing this one so that it can continue. But if not, then you can continue from here, because maybe in this one I would finally get to really like pulling some of the cards, which I was sharing from getting into the vortex when I was just trying to elaborate on that you don't necessarily have to be all for someone to allow whatever that someone contributes into the collective whole. You shouldn't let that ruin the experience of that kind of evolution, of being able to use and utilize the creations, the contributions that others bring to our fudging collective grouping. Because no matter how you like to shape it, no matter how you like to perceive it, no matter how you like to think about it, no matter how you like to feel about it, no matter how you like to talk about it, no matter what you gotta say about it, when you wanted to look at the whole abstract dynamic of it all, no matter what belief system you have, no matter what truth, fact that you give yourself or that you tell yourself, no matter how it is that you see it, whether you think of it or not, energy exists all around. And everything, whether you see it or not, is interacting with one another constantly. Okay? And that in itself is a ripple effect of many other things too. Okay? So that in itself means that we're always connecting with one another, whether we want to or not, and how we choose to go about it contributes energetically to the shared environment. And all of that ripples its effects in various, numerous ways. That's it. So where I was getting at was, I don't necessarily believe in how everything that these people have shared in their universal law system of and I can't even go into it, because I take what resonates and I let go what doesn't. So what doesn't rock with me, I let go, you see. So for me to be able to talk about it, like, and articulate and share with you all what it is that I don't really care for or whatever, when I hear it, I'll know it. Right now, I don't even have it, or I could just give you even an example, because it's pointless. But to serve the point of that doesn't mean that this can't be of use for me, because I connect with cards, you see. And so, you know, the nature of everything that one contributes to for themselves, through themselves, in their lives, through their own experience, says, whether they see it or not, or know it to be, it still contributes to a greater audience. Because energy is being exchanged constantly. Whether you see it, acknowledge it, or not, you know? Everyone's entitled to be wherever they are. And that's a hard pill to swallow, especially when you have control issues and you just want to fix things, or because you just know the reality of that kind of thing. Whatever, you know. How many times too that brings into, you know, perspective how we hide our imperfections, right? We have these body images, this body conscious image, or like, how can I improve? How can I improve mentality? Like, love yourself for who you are, always, whenever you are, wherever you are. And until you start doing that, you're never going to see, acknowledge, or feel grateful for the love that you do receive on the external, that you do feel you may be depleted of, or that you don't receive, or that you don't have. So you're seeking this kind of like validation from something, somewhere that's conditioned in you, you see, because this comes from our childhood upbringing, societal upkeeping, you know, this whole, oh, takes a village to raise a fucking child field. Like, oh, you're freaking chugging down energies of penis because everyone's a penis head. Including myself. I intend to co-create from my place of positive attraction, okay? Positive and negative dudes exist all the time. What you choose to introspect, reflect, attract, draw out, marinate out into the world, then do so noting that it's because that is what you're aligning yourself with. But please do, because based off of our conditioned understanding too, is that we know that if certain parts of our vessel that makes us whole does not match up with one another, when I speak like that, it's that of, sorry, she saw my face. I was like, I got self-conscious there too, and I was about to turn off the video, and you know, but it's not about the message. It's not about this vanity, you know. It's about how I feel about me, right? At the end of the day. So, what was I saying? I intend to co-create from my place of positive attraction. Positive and negative exist always. What you choose to act out upon, you must know that based off of our conditioning, which is limiting, then we would understand that if our mind and our feelings and our things don't match and line up, and there's inner conflict, obviously. And so that's why people will be like, well, that's why the laws of attraction don't work for me, because I do what I'm supposed to do, but then I still don't get it. You do what you're supposed to do, but you don't feel it. Okay, so you're acting out a lie. So of course it's going to misalign because you don't feel it. You're doing something that doesn't align with how you feel. So of course you're not going to get the results that you seek or have. And then you're like, okay, well, how do I get my feelings to match this thing that I'm trying to work on? Well, what about that quote that says, if you can't change the reality of something, why don't you try to fix your fucking thoughts about it? Well, you can't if you stay stuck on the stupid of the blaming it, pointing the still not holding yourself accountable for the reality of your reality. You're still saying, that laws of attraction don't work because I'm doing this all the time, and still X, Y, and Z and F, N, G all happen to me, and I still don't get what I deserve. Well, are you feeling deserving too? Because that's a whole nother topic of discussion that we can go break down too. But this is the kind of things that I do. So be mindful of that too. I intend to co-create from my place of positive attraction. You can co-create as much as you freaking want, but if your feelings don't match that co-creation, it ain't happening. The individual creators who are coming together must be in a place of positive attraction. You see, that is correct if you want positive. But it's just missing a little bit more information to get a clearer perspective and picture of positive attraction. To remind the folk that are following this inspirational insight that is meant to motivate and evolve you to another level of whatever it is and wherever it is that you are on for yourself, help to motivate and inspire you with positive action to take in your own, on your own behalf, you know? So with that being said, the missing dose of information here is how does one get to positive attraction when they live in a negative life or a negative vibration, or they're not on that, it's like lack-minded thought-based, fear-based paradigm conditionings that have been passed on to generation and generation or whatever. That's not the only one. It's just one that I'm highlighting. Okay, that I keep seeing something. See, I'm losing it, but it's not. It's just that there's so much happening all at once that I always try to, you know, it comes out in certain videos and stuff like that when I express it. I'm still coming to my own with sharing stuff like that. It's just, you know, my schedule is insane too, and that's an excuse too to point out, but still it is an honest response to the speed that it's taking for me to share a lot more of that kind of what we can, if what we name it is like spirit activity, or just dimensional realms of multidimensional living and existing that I am very, very conscious of and in tune with and live in. So sometimes, like, especially when I tap in and I allow for the connection to go in even rabbit hole deep, that creates a parallel universe to exist simultaneously with this 3D reality for me. That then when, like, even just now, the static channel that I see visibly with my eyes everywhere, like, you know, it's kind of like putting on the no channel, and it's that static noise and that white, like seeing that all around, like those specks, like, you know, of light reflections flickering and stuff. So there's just so many things that occur. So, you know, and then to channel, or that labeling, that is just, it's not that, it's so much more simple. It's just